What up, my people? Check this out. I'm showing y'all this now. Matter of fact, let me get out of this. Radar learn alignment. Alright, you see that. Dramatic radar alignment. Y'all see that also. Then, of course, speed limit sign, English, and Canadian. Now, it's a reason that I'm showing y'all that. And I'm also showing y'all that as well. On the outside of this truck that I'm in, matter of fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you. The reason that I wind up videotaping the camera, showing y'all what's on the dash, showing y'all that the little box that's in front, that's actually the radar. And then of course inside this truck you got the camera, and then on the outside you have another radar. So, and the video that I put out, this is going to be on the Ninth House Truck Lines YouTube, and also I'm putting this out on the Metaphysical page as well. The reason that I'm doing is to show y'all that spirituality, and really just spirituality all in general, everything is spirit. No matter how you want to look at it, how much you do not want to admit to it, or you do want to admit to it, I'm going to break some stuff down to y'all because I'm going to talk more in detail a little bit later on about this driverless truck technology, AI technology that's been out for a minute now and everything. So I'm gonna get back with y'all. Phone freezing up and shit, but I'm gonna get back with y'all, and I'm gonna break everything down. What it do, my brothers? What it do, my sisters? Obviously, as you can tell from the previous video, I ain't in the truck right now. That I wound up recording what I recorded yesterday. Now, here's the thing. Let me set all of this up for y'all. What we have right now going on in the transportation or logistic industry is the introduction of driverless technology. Now, this technology has been out for probably about 5 years or so. It actually came out in 2020. No coincidence. If y'all remember 2019, 2020, you know what I mean? What happened? I'm pretty sure y'all probably lost some loved ones. I know I did, and everything. So this technology has been out kind of heavy. Since then, the technology has somewhat, I'm not going to sit up and say always been out, but the technology has been there. I guess it was just one of them things on who's going to buy the technology. So a lot of your big time corporate trucker companies. Now, when I say corporate trucker companies, I'm talking about companies that are actually on the New York Stock Exchange, public stock exchange. Companies that are not on the New York Stock Exchange, they're more considered to be private corporate companies. But regardless, you have like Walmart, JB Hunt, Snyder, you got Knight. Now, when I say Knight actually, well, shit. Come to think about it, it's really Swift. Because Swift wound up buying Knight and other companies also. You know what I'm saying? So And they I don't know if they're getting into it. I'm pretty sure they are. With everything they got going on. Hoshbach. I don't know. I don't know any other companies, but I know definitely Walmart and JB Hunt. All in on it. Okay. So in that video, what I wind up showing y'all is basically the camera that's facing out. The truck that I'm in, it just has a camera that's facing out. Other trucks, depending on who you drive for, it'll be a camera facing the driver also. So it's called a two-way, a camera facing out and a camera facing the driver. Then you have quote unquote sensors that's on the outside of the truck, or in that truck, that's a 2021 International Pro Star. And the name of that system is called Beatrix, I believe. Um, BENTIXD, some shit like that. Beatrix or Beatrix. But that system has been in place for a minute now, and they've been getting better with that system. I got to break some shit down. I'm it's so much for me to cover and to get into. Trust me, I'm gonna get it all in. The goal is 30 minutes or less. But anyway, with that system, you have a radar or a sensor that's on the front bumper, and it actually scans like a radar. You know, like how many feet. How can I explain this? Okay, if I have the cruise set at 72 72 miles an hour, what that radar does or that sensor does is sending out a signal. And if I'm, let's say, 50, well, I'm gonna say about 200 feet, because this shit just happened to me recently. If I'm about 200 feet, it picks it up, and I can look at the down at the dashboard, and it'll have my speed right here, and it will actually have the speed of the other big truck or the car that's in front of me that is reading. It'll pick it up. Like if you're going 82 miles an hour and you're driving in front of me, I can look down and I can tell how fast you're going. Even if I'm going 72, 74. Now, what happens is if you that's in front of me that's going 80 some miles an hour, if you start to slow down, what happens is this system, it automatically starts to slow the truck down. That's one, which I don't like. Two, this just happened to me last week. A car was this, they didn't know if they wanted to stay on the highway or get off. They decided at the last minute to get off. What happened? The goddamn truck came to almost a complete stop on the highway. I was doing like 60 miles an hour. And when I realized what was happening, because the spirit said, yo, take the J brakes off. Now this is something that I just recently learned. When I have the J brakes on and the cruise is on, the system it'll slow down on its own. If I do not have the cruise on but the J brakes is still on and I'm coming up on a car, the truck is automatically going to slow down. So I have to take the J brakes off in order for me to, do what I gotta do. Like I said, do not care for this system whatsoever. But what the spirit had revealed to me about 2 weeks ago, yeah, about 2 weeks ago, and I was going to do the video then, but I didn't do it. I said we're gonna wait. We're gonna get the info and whatnot. But I'm actually somewhat back over the road, but I was headed to Texas, to Palestine, Texas. And it rained real hard. I was coming through Shreveport, Louisiana. It was raining. I mean, it rained so hard where cars that was in front of me and big trucks that was in front of me, they had to put their four whites on. I had to slow down and whatnot. But what happened, a message had popped up on the little dashboard and it said camera off. And it clicked. When this system, hard rain, real hard snow, the camera can't see. Camera can't see. It can only pick up so much. Now I really understand because I've been trying to figure out why do you have these driverless trucks that's out here, but you still got a human body that's sitting in the seat? And then the spirit said, duh. That's why. Because when it rains real hard, that camera and them sensors, they can't pick that up. And that's exactly what happened to me. When I seen that message on that dashboard that said camera off and radar off, I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, it is a way. Um, I'm not gonna put that information out. It is a way that I can disconnect that whole entire system. Uh, I already know how to do it. It's only a couple of screws and whatever little trick. You know what I'm saying? But the system is very easy to disconnect. So, and I'm gonna talk about my concerns about this driverless AI truck and whatnot. But this is what I learned going through that rain. Now, and like I said, that was just on the Shreveport side. And when I made it on the Texas side, it was on US 79. It was real bad. Same message kept on popping up. And last week, it was raining real hard out here in Tennessee. Same message kept on popping up. So I'm like, okay, I'm like, this system that they put in place, it's not 100% proof. And like I said, it all makes sense now why you have to have a human body or a warm body sitting in that seat, because it's certain things that our eyes can automatically adjust to. I'm not sitting up saying they don't have the technology where the lenses can adjust, but something is going on. I'm gonna put it to y'all like this. Something that Big Bro had said to me. He said, man, in real bad weather like rain or snow, where it's like almost like whiteout condition, and you have to put your four ways on. You want to pull over, but you can't pull over like right away. The first thing that you need to look for is the yellow and white line on the road. That's the first thing that you need to be looking for is the yellow and white line. If you can see the yellow and the white line, then you can make it somewhat. If you cannot see the yellow and white line, yes, you do want to pull over soon as possible and just wait till that shit passes through and whatnot. So, like I said, fam, that's this is something that I light bulb went off of my head, and I said, whoa. I said, man, this shit is crazy. And obviously, as y'all seen on the truck that I'm in, it is sensors or radars that's around. It ain't none on the driver's side, but it is on the passenger side. Because in the truck, it's a lane departure switch where I can actually turn that off, but I leave it on and whatnot, and because I just been paying attention and watching, and been like, damn, if I drift over a little bit too far, it go do 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 do, and then a little message will pop up on the dash, saying lane departure this lane, or if I go drift over a little too much on the driver's side, the same thing also. And I was trying to figure out, I was like, man, how do it know if it ain't no sensor on the driver's side? And come to find out, the same thing, that radar is scanning. That's on the side, is scanning. So if I move over a little bit too much, it's picking up that yes, I done left the lane and whatnot. My biggest concern with this driverless technology is number one, cyber attacks. Do y'all remember a couple years ago? It was a oil pipeline on the East Coast that ran through Pennsylvania, came all the way down through the East Coast and whatnot. And some hackers had wound up hacking into that system, and they demanded, money and whatnot. And it was like all of a sudden that shit like went away. We hear nothing about it and whatnot. And the people said they weren't gonna break bread with them, but I believe they broke bread with them. They gonna tell us whatever the fuck they want to tell us anyway. I believe that they broke bread with the people, but cyber attacks, hackers, that's my biggest concern. Not a fear, but concern that I have with this technology. Anybody can hack into this system because, but not all big time corporate trucking companies have a dedicated IT division. Just imagine a foreigner, a foreigner, a Russian, a Sing, a Somalian, Ethiopian. They have a lot of money and they buy that truck, the driverless truck, and it's only just them. They only got one truck. Versus like a JB Hunt or a Walmart, they can buy in bulk. You know what I Now, like JB and Walmart, they have the resources and they have the money to, for the IT department. Matter of fact, I already think they got one. One company that I used to work for, Roadrunner, they don't. Them motherfuckers got hacked. How I know they got hacked, I wound up getting a letter from them saying they system had got hacked, and a lot of drivers' info, is out there and whatnot. So that's one of my biggest concerns is hackers hacking into that technology, and they just doing whatever the hell they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Another concern is weather. If it rain real hard or snow real hard, I'm telling y'all, it was pouring rain. It was hard. I mean hard. And the thing said camera turned off. And I was like, wow. I was like, okay. Like I said, the light bulb went off in my head, and the spirit was like, yeah. Like I'm showing you. So when it comes to that technology, probably another 30 years. They might have it mastered by then. But right now, nah. Nah. And like I said, fam, this is gonna go on both channels, the Ninth House and also the Metaphysical podcast show channel also, because at the end of the day, everything is tied in to one another. Personal belief, I believe spirit is in everything. Spirit is in this cigar. Spirit is in that camera. Spirit is talking through me to you right now. Spirit is everything. Vibrations, frequencies, and everything. You know what I'm saying? This phone, this water, this Carmex, ashtray. Everything is on a certain vibration and whatnot. Some things are the vibration is a little bit slower, and then some vibrations a little bit more faster, and that's how you get a hard object versus liquid. You know what I mean? So like I said, personal belief, spirit is in everything, even in that technology also. Oh yeah, I believe that. I believe, like I said, my own personal belief. I believe that you have certain not so pleasant entities that's already intertwined into certain technology now. So if certain entities is already intertwined into certain technology now, what makes you think that them entities won't be intertwined into that technology? Just saying. So, it is what it is. Hey, we back at it again. I'm gonna be dropping a little bit more info about what I got going on and everything. Things have changed. Do not work for Amazon no more. And I'm very surprised he has not invested his money into that technology. All the money that he got because he can do it. You know what I'm saying? Him, UPS, FedEx, DHL, they can do it. But UPS, they union. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So I am gonna be dropping more info about the driverless trucks and stuff like that. Also be on the lookout for, I don't know, about a week or two. Well, I'm gonna be posting. We're gonna be posting, being more consistent. So y'all already know. As always, fam, peace, love, and joy. Holla.